edition of LBP TV 2017. It is week 2 of term 2 and it's break day.
Tēnā koutou, in Royal News today will be reporting on Princess Charlotte and turns to Prince Philip retires.
For New Zealand news, LBP TV will be covering news about meteor shower over New Zealand.
Sports news includes stories about Australia hammers New Zealand and racehorse turns into an artist.
We will be sharing an article on school news that will tell us about Wheelies Day.
In our new news segment called Weird Science, we will be sharing some of our learning about making honeycomb and dye.
Finally, in our ever popular news segment, we will have odd stuff, bizarre and particular news from around the world.
Now over to Royal News.
On Royal News today, Tuesday the 2nd of May 2017, it was Princess Charlotte's second birthday. Princess Kate and Moore were at Charlotte's home. They were at her home to celebrate Charlotte's special day and to wish her happy birthday. Princess Charlotte is from Cambridge and has a sibling called Prince George and is 3. I hope she has a great birthday. Also in Royal News today, in August, Prince Philip retired from royal duties at age 95. Prince Philip is Queen Elizabeth's husband. The reason why Prince Philip retired is because he wanted to and decided to. He was born 10th of June 1921. He has a sibling called Princess Cecilia of Greece and Denmark. I think it is fair on him because he's done a lot of royal work. Over to school news.
Meteor show over and day at 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. on Friday and Saturday morning. There was some meteor show over and day. Some Kiwi people catch some meteor photos. They get photos in the NZ country. The meteors come from space. Meteor burst in the atmosphere. The ETA aircraft show passes Earth once a year and is one of 2 shows created by dust and debris from Halley's Comet.
Today on sports news, on Friday night, Australia beat New Zealand 30-12 in the Anzac Rugby League test on Friday night. Australia dominated the game from the outset, leading 24-0 at half-time. They won by beating New Zealand by 18 points and won because they have had more practice. Australia has won a lot of games now. I think that it is sad that New Zealand lost because they are my favourite team and they have always done so well, but at least they gave it their best shot. Also on sports news, a British horse has swapped in the race course for the paintbrush with surprising successes. This event happened in 2009 and was in Belmont Park and also in Britain. This horse was then looked after by someone called Roy. X-rays revealed his knee joints were closing up. A vet said they would lock up in 2 years, at which point Ron would have to put his horse down. The horse retired because he got knee damage. I think that it is so cool that a horse has learned how to paint.
This is school news. In school news today we are going to talk about travel-wise.
We're here with Mrs. Weaver from Humphrey, which runs TravelWise. What is TravelWise about?
Well, TravelWise is here to help remind everybody, students, parents and teachers, what we can all do to keep as safe as possible on the roads. So we all know that the road is a very dangerous place, and it's really important to spend some time and think about what the dangers are and what we can do to make sure that we are as safe as possible on the road. So that's what we're trying to do.
How does TravelWise help the school?
How does it help the school? Well, it's trying to make getting to school a safer place. Trying to get people to get to school safer. And TravelWise has another aspect to it where we're trying to get more people to find other ways to get to school other than just be dropped at the gate, and that way you're reducing pollution and congestion and doing all those sorts of things. So it does two things. So it helps people become aware of how to be safer, and also we're trying to reduce the amount of traffic that is around school, which makes it safer for everybody as well.
Does TravelWise help the environment?
Well, it does in the sense that if you can reduce the amount of cars that are coming in, then it's reducing the congestion and reducing the pollution and all those sorts of things that I've just talked about. So yes, it does that as well.
Do you think the TravelWise program has achieved what you wanted?
Yes, I think it has actually. Everybody seems to have really enjoyed themselves participating, and I'm very sure that everybody has managed to learn something new. They've got a little bit more understanding, and hopefully they'll be able to use that understanding to make better decisions on the road and keep themselves safer.
Kia ora. We're here with a student who got 5th in the National BMX Championship. Can you tell us about this competition?
Well, I crashed in my first race and won the next, and then came second, and then came second again in the semi-finals behind World 1, and then in the final I got squeezed down the ramp and was in last place into the first corner, and then I got 5th out of this match.
Where did this happen?
Tiamuju
When?
in the holidays, Easter.
Did you get a trophy?
No, but I got one for my club, which is Most Improved Rider of the Year, and I was the first girl on it.
Congratulations.
Hi, I'm a Weird Science Learning Reporter, and this week on Science News, Room 13 conducted experiments. We had a plate of milk and we drew it in 3 colours of food coloring, red, green and yellow. Our learning objective was to observe the experiments. We had to say what we noticed, think and wonder, and for what would happen if we changed things. We noticed the colours blended in there. 3 groups had to do a milk and food coloring observation, and 1 group had to make honeycomb. And for the milk experiment, we had to put an earbud in the milk with dishwashing liquid on it. We put the earbud in the milk and the colours started to run away from the soap. And the colours mixed in together. We all got to taste the honeycomb. We got to say what we saw when making it. They all had a good time. Kia ora and back to the studio.
Sushi. In Odd Stuff today, if you're a fan of basketball, sneakers and sushi, you'll be happy to know there's a chef in Italy who has combined his 2 loves, sushi and basketball, by making sushi in the form of the world's most popular shoes. A Chinese artist working in a Japanese restaurant in Milan began his practice of shaping a mixture of rice and vinegar into shoes before detailing them with sushi and seaweed.
His shoe range includes classics from Nike, Adidas, and Surface. It brings a whole new meaning to play with your food.
That really is odd news.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of LBP TV.
Matewa.